Side, but Little Miss Gutser is home and host. See her in the wash, Robbo says. Little Miss Gutser, 4 in front. Battle Tears, get second.
Yeah, Little Miss Gutser, she was pretty good, pretty impressive, wasn't she? She, as we said last week, we were probably a bit disappointed she hadn't won a race before, but she's, look, she couldn't have been any more impressive. Time was probably on the day, only just, so probably throw her in the deep end, run her in a pretty good race. You know, we're in the middle of the spring now, so there's no hiding. You've got to run against good horses, so we'll probably, I don't know, probably there's a Metro meeting on Grand Final day at Mornington, probably take her there and run her in a mare's race and see sort of where she's at, and that'll probably tell us whether we need to go back to the country or we can stay at City Grade racing with her. What else we have? Ziggy, he's as brave as everything, wasn't he? He was the usual old Ziggy. He just keeps putting out, and he might have run into a pretty smart horse, and you know, you get all the way up to Swan Hill and you run into a really nice progressive horse like that. So he was good. Little maiden called Chestorius. He went round at a big price the other day, and he got back, got into a little bit of trouble. Sort of, it's a bit hard, isn't it? You're running second last and you get knocked over by the third last horse, He works the line really strong, so you would think sort of going up to 2,000 metres with him now, he's going to be around about the mark his next start. Yeah, horse having his first start for us called Come Along Jeffrey. He'll go to Sale tomorrow. Pretty nice horse, just tossed up whether to put blinkers on him and off him, and I think he's a better horse with blinkers on, so I've left them on him. He seems a nice enough sort of horse. He's a fast horse, so I imagine he'll jump out and show a heap of speed tomorrow, and you know, 4-year-olds and upwards maiden. I don't think the next Oakley Plate winner is going to come out of the race, so he probably gets his chance to sort of be really competitive first up for us tomorrow. It's Come Along Jeffrey at Sale. Got Haley's Diva in at Sale tomorrow. Now, she's drawn barrier 19, so I'll go right through the form and see where the speed is, and if it's sort of an average sort of speed, I'll take her out and go somewhere else with her. But if they look like they're going to really run along, and she can sort of slot in sort of midfieldish, I might take her. But I'll have a look at the form today. But she's probably highly unlikely. You draw barrier 19, you know, you end up, all you're doing is end up with excuses. But she's just been a funny horse. She's just had this real wintry coat, but you can sort of see now that the coat's, all the winter hair's just coming out of her now. It's sort of falling out in handfuls. So she's probably a month off peaking, but she seems to be going pretty good. Yeah, young Harry Cool. A bit of a trick, Harry. He ran really well first up, and he pulled his shoe off second up and really hurt his foot. So I think we got him back right. I loved his work this morning. Probably prefer it to be 1,000 metres and 1,100, but there's no real races for him for a couple of weeks, and he's ready to race. So he'll go up to Tatura on Saturday in an 1,100 metre race. Geez, I loved his work this morning. It was very strong, very aggressive. He just needs him to really run along. So Tatura probably is the right track for that, and I don't want to hold him up. I'd love it if it was 1,000 metres. I reckon he'd be all over this sort of race. So anyway, he's going really well. Happy with him. He's nice and sound. As I said, we had a little foot issue with him after his last start, but that seems to have cleared up. So young Harry Cool will go to Tatura on Saturday. Also got Solar Flash here in at Tatura. We might throw some blinkers on it. Its form's just poor. It works up here like a superstar, but its race record is just really poor. So I've changed its diet a little bit, done a bit of different work with it, and just needs to try and turn it around. But I've got her in a Tatura on Saturday in a 1450. We'll probably jump out and lead on it with a set of blinkers on and see how we go. But she needs to really improve to just sort of stay worthwhile to keep it in a stable. Okay, young Duro, he got a little bit crook on me last week. He got a little colic attack, and he seemed okay now. We galloped him on Saturday and he worked up great, and we galloped him again yesterday and he worked up good again. So he'll probably do a bit of work on Friday and then head off to Horsham on Monday. Now, he's been a horse that's sort of raced really well on these little tight tracks, and he can lead them up and sort of skip away on the tight track on the corner, and you hold your breath late and you hopefully can hold on. His last couple of starts have been on big open tracks where it just hasn't suited him, where they've just sort of sat off him and they've had plenty of time to wind up and catch him. And I thought his last start was pretty poor. So we're taking him back to a little tight track like Horsham, and that should really suit him. But I'm pretty sure he's over his little illness, and hopefully get back to some reasonable form. Yeah, Grandma Gale won really well the other day. We're going to take her to Kyneton on Tuesday. Now, she's just a filly that needs a heap of speed on, and she can sit off them and hit the line really hard. So I think the track at Kyneton will suit her down to the ground, just the pattern of racing. Everyone tries to sort of get going too early at Kyneton, and a horse that can just sort of get on their back and track into it are always hard to beat. I won a lot of races at Kyneton by doing that. She's a very similar horse to a mare that we had called Fortune Rose. I think they're very similar horses. horses that they look like they're probably 1,400 metre horses, but they just don't settle enough mid-race where go to Kyneton over 1,100, they're going to rip along and she'll sit off the speed and hit the line nice and hard, and she can probably be around about the mark again on Tuesday. Kyneton Tuesday, I've got Luca Moore in here. I don't know whether I'll take him. He's just letting me down a little bit with his temperament. We went up to Swan Hill with him the other day, and as soon as we put the saddle on him, he just melted, and then he come home and he was just so highly strung. So we've just chucked him out in a paddock. I'm going to train him out of the paddock here and see if that gets him to relax. He does seem a little bit better, but he's just one of those horses. He just gets a bit stir crazy in the box and just gets all hot and sweaty every morning when he works. So we're just giving him a bit of a change and try and train him out of a paddock. You can see his last couple of starts. He's got a heap of ability, this horse. He just needs to get his head around to go to the races and relax and then race well. We've tried a little bit of different gear on him, and I'm not too sure if that's actually worked or not. I put a shadow roll on his track work yesterday, and don't know if that was really worked or not, but we'll just see how he goes. But I'm going to give him a gallop on Saturday. If he works really strong, he might go to Kyneton on Tuesday. If not, I'll just give him another. He's only been out in this paddock here for the last 2 days, so whether he just needs a week or so to settle in, but if he works really good Saturday, I might run him at Kyneton on Tuesday.
G'day guys, welcome to Around the Stables. This week we just thought we'd show you something a little bit different on the video. Poor old Lorenzetti, he re-injured his tendon about 6 months ago. He was on really good campaign. He ran second at Moonee Valley's last start, but unfortunately he did pull up a little bit sore from that run, and we scanned the tendon, and he'd put a little tear in the tendon just a little bit lower than what he did previously, so we had to put him out and look after that tendon. So we've rescanned him at 3 months, and again now today at 6 months, and there's been good improvement, but probably just another 3 months in the paddock for those fibres to reattach. So he's on the right track, but unfortunately it's just going to be a long road ahead for him, but I think he's certainly a horse worthwhile pursuing with. So thankfully for the owners that they have given him that time he's needed, and he's going to still need that little bit more time. But yeah, he's getting there. It's a long road back, but hopefully it's worth it in the end.
Yeah, that's it for another week at MC Lodge. Thanks for watching. A couple of triallers through the week, trialled up okay, so they'll probably be at the races next week. Going to be doing a few miles this week in the truck, sort of getting around the place, but a couple of good chances, I think, which should be good. Got little jobs here helping me today, and who's your favourite, Ollie? Ziggy. Ziggy. Go get him some grass, quick. Does he want some grass? Hey, Zig. Oh, you reckon he likes that? I reckon he likes that. Yeah, they're talking about vaccinations. Everybody in the racing industry needs to be vaccinated before they come to the races, and I think even the public are going to have to be vaccinated to go to the races. So yeah, really tough time. But so we're not really sure what they're going to allow us to do as far as people coming to the farm. But at the moment, we still can't have owners to the farm. So hopefully that'll change in the not too distant future. So that's about it. That's it for this week. Yep. Till next week. See you later. Someone's got their favourite.
Ow.
Did he bite your finger? Who's your favourite?
Zig.
Zig, is he? He's a good boy, Zig, isn't he?
Trying to get my finger again.
You're going to get your finger. You need to go get some more grass.